Hey there, Mama. This is the baby hug on hands and knees. This is a great exercise to do some gentle core activation during pregnancy, but it also can be really useful when you feel like your baby is sitting very low and it's uncomfortable pressure down in your perineum between your legs. Just everything down there feels like there's quite a weight on it. And this is nice because we use gravity to shift the weight of the baby forward, but we're also working on using the muscles to keep them stronger so that they can help provide that support, because you need pelvic floor muscles that are nice and flexible, but you also want them to be strong. So we got to do both things during pregnancy. All right, here we go. So come to hands and knees, making fists if that's more comfortable for you, or bringing your hands up on top of yoga blocks or little textbooks. But hands and knees, so your knees are roughly right underneath your hips and your hands are roughly right underneath your shoulders. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a deep breath in. And then with my exhale, I'm going to engage my pelvic floor by thinking about drawing my clitoris and my anus together and then upward toward my belly button. And then I'm going to shift my weight forward. So that really causes me to bring a lot of activation into the core because I don't want my belly to come down, right? And then I'm going to inhale, sit back. Exhale, start to activate, draw that pelvic floor in and up, shift your weight forward. Because you need both pelvic floor and that transverse abdominis to turn on and be a little bit stronger when we're trying to help provide a little more support to your baby. Your pelvic floor actually oftentimes will end up doing a lot more work than it needs to when your core muscles that make up the rest of your trunk are not strong enough. So notice how I'm tucking my tail a little bit, okay? That's because I'm really working on making those muscles across the front of the belly activate, okay? So I'm imagining a corset coming together underneath that belly. And then I'm also just rounding my spine ever so slightly. Feet are relatively straight back from your knees. And again, with that pelvic floor activation, you're thinking about drawing your clitoris and your anus together and upward. Make sure those arms are nice and strong. So you're pressing into them, you're not slumped down between them. And let's take a break here. So let's come down to your elbows. We're gonna find puppy pose. So puppy pose, your rear end is up nice and high. And if this feels like a lot of weight on the belly right now, it can be nice to grab a pillow or two so that you've got something to really gently support the weight of your little love. Puppy pose is also great because it naturally puts your pelvic floor into a little bit of a lengthened state, which is something we all want to naturally work on as you work toward birth and preparing your body for it. Two more breaths here. Okay, with an exhale, engage that pelvic floor and your core. Press yourself up. We're going to do one more set. We're going to do 10 of these little baby hugging rocks on hands and knees, okay? Inhale. Exhale, engage that pelvic floor. Start to engage that transverse abdominis, tying that corset up across the low belly. Inhale, coming back. Exhale, shifting forward. And even, you'll notice I'm not pregnant right now. I gave birth about 4 months ago. But you'll notice that my belly does rise up, and that's from me engaging that transverse abdominis. Your belly is going to do the exact same thing, so look down at it. If you imagine corset lacing together where the zipper would be in your jeans, that's where you're going to activate that transverse abdominis. This is 5. We got 5 to go. Inhale. Exhale, shift forward, engage that pelvic floor. Hug that baby up to your spine. Almost there. So this is a great thing to do a couple times a day when you're really feeling the weight of your baby and you just need a little bit extra support. Last one. But again, we're going to follow that up with a gentle lengthener for the pelvic floor. Because like I said, we want that pelvic floor, yes, to be strong, but we want it to also be flexible. Research shows that women are less likely to have birth injuries when pelvic floor muscles are, yes, flexible, but also strong. Preventative factors. So take a couple breaths here with me, and then I'm going to leave you to go have an amazing day.